Israel is facing heightened threats of rockets from inside the heartland. Japan makes a bad decision to send money to hotbeds of terror, while Paraguay does the right thing and reopens their Jerusalem embassy. An exciting 5,000-year-old archaeological find sheds new light on ancient history. I'm Justin, and this is the Israel Guys. That was a video of an IDF soldier helping an elderly Palestinian man carry home his groceries, not something that you will see on the mainstream media every day. Welcome to the Israel Guys, where we believe that in a world of Jew hatred and anti-Israel propaganda, you should have a direct connection to the land and people of Israel. Guys, before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I know we say it all the time, but it really does make a big difference if you would hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the little notification bell so you never miss any of the episodes that we're putting out every single week. Guys, great to be back with you in the studio this week. We were out all of last week filming a brand new adventure show series that will hopefully be coming out in the next couple months. You can look forward to that. Guys, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check out the first episode of a new adventure show series that we just released on Sunday about the illegal takeover of Area C land here in Judea and Samaria by the Palestinians. We just released the first episode, so make sure to go give that a watch if you haven't yet. So, yesterday, the IDF responded to a failed rocket launch attempt just outside the city of Jenin here in northern Samaria. You guys probably know, but Jenin is one of the largest Palestinian towns here in Judea and Samaria. It's also been a large hotbed for terrorism, and this attempt to fire a rocket at Israeli civilians is the sixth such event in recent months. The IDF said about the rocket launch, they said on Twitter, quote, "A failed attempt was made to launch an improvised rocket a short time ago in the Menashe Brigade area. IDF forces located the remains of the improvised rocket and launcher, and saboteurs are at the point to examine the presence of explosive material, and the findings will be forwarded to the security forces for further treatment. IDF forces launched a hunt for suspects." The terror attacks originating in Jenin have gotten so bad in the past year that Israel finally responded last month with its largest military operation in that city in over 20 years. Despite the anti-Semitic smears of the mainstream media, which you will see all the time, the IDF conducted a successful targeting of terrorist infrastructure, confiscating weapons, and immobilizing terrorists. The IDF has also had to respond to incidents in Shechem, or known today as Nablus, in recent days after a drive-by shooting in which terrorists fired on Israeli soldiers, thankfully without hitting anyone. Also, another escalation came the other night when the IDF raided an explosives lab and warehouse in Shechem, and terrorists opened fire on them. There have been a lot of stuff happening recently. As you know, operations of this kind are extremely difficult as the terrorists embed themselves inside the civilian population, often basing their activities out of schools and houses, but still, the IDF operates in a very precise manner to avoid collateral damage, and this operation was no exception. While entirely necessary, actions of this type only serve as a temporary fix, sort of as a band-aid to the problem of Palestinian violence. And with the current unrest, it seems we'll be seeing more of these targeted terror thwarting operations. A bunch of Jewish settlers also went down into Nablus last night to visit Joseph's tomb. As you can see in this video, the IDF have to protect them as they go into Nablus, which is absolutely ridiculous that they have to have an IDF escort just to go in to visit Joseph's tomb. Because if they don't have an escort, there's a good chance that they wouldn't make it out alive from there. We'll be back with the rest of the show, but first, are you ready to explore the timeless wisdom of the Hebrew Bible and its deep-rooted connection to the Holy Land? Are you someone who's passionate about uncovering the profound truths hidden within sacred scriptures? Or do you seek a deeper understanding of the ancient texts that have shaped the beliefs of millions? Well, allow me to introduce you to the Israel Bible. What sets the Israel Bible apart is its unique approach to understanding God's promises and prophecies centered around the land of Israel and the people of Israel. It's a true testament to the powerful relationship between them. And here's something special. Verses are transliterated into English, allowing you to grasp the beauty of God's word in its original Hebrew form. It's like opening a door to a new dimension of understanding. Imagine delving into verses that directly relate to the land, accompanied by quotes from great thinkers and leaders. And it doesn't stop there. The Israel Bible is packed with maps, charts, and illustrations that bring the stories to life. So, if you're ready to embark on a journey of discovery, if you're eager to deepen your connection with God's Word and the Holy Land, click the link in the description below. In the middle of all this craziness that has been happening in the heartland comes the absurd announcement from Japan that they plan to send $1 million to the city of Jenin for humanitarian assistance because of damages sustained during Israel's anti-terror operation. This is unfortunately a common occurrence as Israel tries to combat terror and solidify sovereignty over its land. Foreign governments contribute to the subversion of Israel's authority. Even so-called humanitarian aid is funneled to finance terror operations and perpetuate the Palestinian Authority's reign of oppression, corruption, and incitement. In addition, the Foreign Ministry of Japan also noted that this grant is part of confidence building in order to achieve a two-state solution. But guys, even as Japan blunders, there's good news out of Paraguay. Just hours after President Santiago Peña was inaugurated, the announcement came that 5 years after it was shuttered, his country will be reopening its Jerusalem embassy. So that's great. This brings the number of countries with embassies in Jerusalem up to 5. Hopefully more will be joining soon. Remember when many predicted moving embassies to Jerusalem was a bad idea and would cause massive unrest? That never happened, and it turns out, as many of us already knew, good things happen when we discard false realities and embrace the truth. In this situation, namely that Jerusalem is the eternal and undivided capital of Israel. Guys, to wrap up today's show, let's sort of take a step back from the landscape of political news to talk about the latest big archaeological find in Israel. You know, you never know what you might find when starting a construction project here in Israel. So when digging began recently to install a water pipe to bring water to an Intel factory in Kiryat Gat in southern Israel, a 5,500-year-old city entrance was discovered. The massive stones and mud bricks that made up the gate have researchers saying that this is the oldest urban area in the land of Israel. It predates the oldest previously known ancient city by around 3 centuries. That is crazy. Construction of the water pipe is expected to resume shortly. It's a crucial part of Intel's current and future operation plans in the area. It's just one more example of the neat intersection of ancient and modern, so common here in Israel. You don't see too many other places in the world where Bronze Age meets high tech. Guys, I want to end the show on a positive note. So I thought this was really cool. I think you guys will like this. A bride was having pre-wedding photos taken when a group of Golani soldiers, they were doing an exercise. They were jogging by. They saw her getting photos, so they ran over quickly and they circled around her and they started dancing and they started singing this song that was translated, "Your God will rejoice over you." I thought it was just a really cool, sort of an only in Israel special moment. Don't forget to subscribe. Get the conversation going down below. Let us know if you're a new subscriber. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. As always, tune out the fake news and tune into what is actually happening here in the land of Israel. We'll be back every Monday through Friday with your direct connection to the land and people of Israel.